If you were watching BitMine stock the last Monday and Tuesday, then you have seen one thing. If we're going into the chart, you have seen we had the big drop on Monday, which was about like 10%, right? While Ethereum just dropped 7%. We talked about this in yesterday's video, but we also have seen today that BitMine, even though Ethereum was negative, was quite resilient, quite strong. Then we had the market sell off, and then it actually went back to almost break even. Today we will talk about how strong BitMine shares actually became.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
Welcome to a brand new video. My name is Danny. I'm the most watched stock market YouTuber from the Middle East with over 2,000 videos. This is my second channel, so make sure also to go and subscribe to my first channel. I'm looking for 10x, 20x, 30x stocks like I did for Tesla, went from 17 to 6 to 500 for me. So it was absolutely insane, and my subscribers bought apartments and houses, so you should stay subscribed. And I have my own group, extenddaytrading.com, where we actually trade for you. And if you want to get trading with us, make sure to schedule a call with me because we're raising our joining fee. We have very limited amount of places for September left, and I'm really looking forward to have you on board. If you have $10,000 or more, we trade. Everything is traded for you, done for you into your portfolio. Make sure to schedule a call right now. Now, if you're looking into Ethereum, then you have seen that we had a huge drop into the crypto market on Monday, okay? Usually this means that crypto market is always like the first teller. The first teller of saying, hey, you know what, we taking risk off. Then you saw on Tuesday that the market was kind of choppy and then it sold off like 1%, right? And you can see that this is very telling for BitMine. Even though we had a 10% drop, for comparing it to 7% with Ethereum, then BitMine was quite strong, just a 10% drop, right? So actually, I would expect that with a 7% drop in Ethereum, we could see around like 15% or 20% drop in BitMine. This didn't happen, which was amazing. I bought, by the way, yesterday again. I'm buying every single day, okay? The other day, 10,000. The other day, it's 4,000. Whatever it is, I'm trying to buy every single day, okay? I don't care what the price is doing. On Monday, you can kind of, let's say, explain it, right? You can say, okay, you know what? We actually had very great news on BitMine, and that's why this holded up the whole stock, which is okay. I understand. Now, on the second day, on Tuesday, I was very surprised because for the whole day, first of all, we opened very strong today. I think we were like up 2%, 4%. And then, we sold off. We were kind of break even from there where we started yesterday, right? So as you can see here, barely down. And I was, by then I was buying my 4,000 because I don't care if it's up 4% or down 4%. Obviously, if I would have waited a couple of hours, I could buy 4% less, but it is what it is, okay? So now, with that said, you also need to look what Ethereum has done that day, okay? If you look into Ethereum, and that was actually quite telling, Ethereum, wait, this is not the right one. This is the right one. Ethereum today was kind of selling off, okay? It was down like 1% and usually, and even almost 2%, but you can see that that actually helped for BitMine shareholders to understand that we are not one-to-one connected with Ethereum. And it was very surprising for me to see Ethereum at break even or even 1 or 2% lower and BitMine still going up. That means there's a lot of demand for the stock. It means that kind of the stock gets some maturity. It means this is kind of the, new bottom that can be formed. However, remember the seasonality. September was quite good for a bad seasonality month. So worse can happen still. And we can see like a $40 stock, which would be amazing because then we can buy it to, the end year rally. This is my personal plan. But you can see here, even though Ethereum is currently not so strong and is telling the market, hey, maybe we see some profit taking. And we have seen that profit taking in the NASDAQ today, in the S&P 500 today, a lot of stocks. Even Nvidia, who had great news with OpenAI, had profit taking, right? So you can see how much crypto is telling as a let's say, first wave, you have actually something very similar. Like, for example, the Russell 2000, which is like a small cap index, is usually also selling off before a broader sell off. Also, what you have seen on Monday, we got a new all-time high. However, most of the stocks were negative. We just had Nvidia that, hold it up strong for us, right? All of those things are telling us in our team, and, also if you are, like me, 20, 30 years on the market, then you know that actually those are the telling points that we are still in the volatile times. You should still have some buying powder on the side. However, I was very surprised that the BitMine stock actually was quite resilient, okay? It shows us that actually BitMine is very, very, very strong in these times. And I don't think we see 30 again. I would say maybe we get another 20, maximum 30% shave off in October, if October will be very bad according to seasonality. But that means that the maximum we can go to is like 40. Remember, we had also, our NAV close to 40. Remember, NAV is connected to Ethereum, and Ethereum is down. That impacts obviously the NAV a little bit, but still it's showing us that BitMine is on a fantastic way to get more mature and more stronger every single day. So make sure to subscribe, check out xtendaytrading.com, and I see you tomorrow for a brand new video.